Picture the UFC as a vast empire, each weight class its own kingdom, and every champion its ruler. Now, what if we imagined each of these dominant fighters as historical leaders? Who's the Alexander the Great of the Octagon? Or the Sun Tzu behind the strategy? This isn't just a fantasy matchup, it's a breakdown of mindset, dominance, and legacy. Let's step into the war room and draw the parallels between the kings of combat and the icons of history. Alexandre Pantoja, Sun Tzu. When you think of Alexandre Pantoja, think of calm calculation. He doesn't come out swinging like a wild barbarian. He analyzes, adapts, and executes with surgical precision. Much like Sun Tzu, the legendary military strategist, Pantoja wins the mental war before he even throws a punch. Every movement inside the octagon is deliberate, every transition methodical. He reads his opponents like a general reading the battlefield, anticipating their moves, then countering with brutal efficiency. His recent title defenses have proven that intelligence can triumph over athleticism, and that patience isn't weakness, it's a weapon. Merab Dvalishvili, Leonidas. Merab fights like he was born in the mountains of Sparta. He doesn't just show up to a fight, he brings a war. With relentless pressure, unmatched cardio, and a will that simply refuses to break, he embodies the spirit of Leonidas, the king who stood with 300 warriors against an army. Merab suffocates his opponents with volume and never lets them breathe. He doesn't take rounds off, and he doesn't let up, not for a second. He's not the flashy finisher, he's the grinder, the workhorse, the king of attrition. And just like Leonidas, when Merab fights, he drags you into deep waters and dares you to drown.
This is Sparta!
Alexander Volkanovski, Julius Caesar. Alexander Volkanovski didn't just win a title, he built a dynasty. Like Julius Caesar, he climbed the ranks with unshakable discipline, outmaneuvering every challenger with sharp tactics and unrelenting focus. Whether it's leg kicks, feints, or mixing in takedowns, Volk is a master of control. He dismantled legends like Max Holloway not just once but repeatedly, proving that his reign wasn't luck, it was legacy in the making. His fight IQ is off the charts, and even in the face of adversity, like his short-notice loss to Islam, he bounced back like an emperor reclaiming his throne. Calm, collected, calculated, Volk doesn't just fight, he commands. Ilia Topuria, Alexander the Great. Ilia Topuria is the sport's new golden general. Undefeated, untouched, unapologetic. The way he stormed through the featherweight ranks before claiming the lightweight throne mirrors the meteoric rise of Alexander the Great. Youthful, aggressive, and backed by unshakable self-belief, Topuria conquers with knockout power and swagger to match. He's not here to defend titles. He's here to collect names and build a legacy. His recent knockout of Oliveira was a seismic shift in the division, and at just 28, he's already talking about super fights and global dominance. Like Alexander, Ilia doesn't wait. He takes. Jack Della Maddalena, Winston Churchill. Jack Della isn't your typical trash-talking, highlight reel-chasing fighter. He's composed, resilient, and waits for the exact moment to strike, much like Winston Churchill in the darkest hours of war. His boxing is tight, crisp, and devastating, but what makes him dangerous is his timing. He's faced adversity, tough fights, late replacements, stylistic nightmares, but never loses composure. Just as Churchill rallied Britain with grit and stubborn resolve, Jack rallies late in rounds, turning close fights into statements. He may not shout the loudest, but when he speaks with his fists, the room listens. Dricus du Plessis, William Wallace. From South Africa with pride and fury, Dricus du Plessis fights with the passion of a freedom fighter. Picture William Wallace, face painted, sword drawn, screaming, "Freedom!" Dricus brings that energy, wild, powerful, and unpredictable. His striking is awkward but effective. His pace is relentless, and his heart, arguably unmatched. He doesn't care about your rankings or hype. He breaks the rhythm, makes it ugly, and thrives in the madness. When you think of Dricus, think of an unpolished weapon forged in chaos. He's not here to look pretty, he's here to win. And so far, he's doing just that. Magomed Ankalaev, Vladimir Lenin. Cold, calculated, unrelenting. Magomed Ankalaev may not win over fans with personality, but his results are impossible to ignore. Like Lenin, he's not loud, but his quiet precision topples systems. Ankalaev neutralizes opponents methodically, removing their strengths, limiting their options, and slowly tearing them down. He doesn't chase knockouts recklessly. He imposes his will over 15 or 25 minutes, draining the confidence out of anyone in front of him. You don't watch an Ankalaev fight expecting chaos. You watch expecting a clinic. One where the opposition leaves confused, outclassed, and wondering what just happened. Tom Aspinall, Napoleon Bonaparte. Fast, fearless, forward-thinking. Tom Aspinall is unlike any heavyweight we've seen in a long time. He moves like a middleweight, strikes like a sniper, and finishes fights in the blink of an eye. Like Napoleon, he's young, intelligent, and not afraid to change the entire game. He's already made veterans look slow and outdated. When Tom steps into the octagon, there's a quiet confidence. Like he knows the end is coming, and you just don't see it yet. If injuries stay away, we could be witnessing the rise of a true heavyweight emperor. So there you have it. From Sun Tzu to Napoleon, today's UFC champions don't just dominate, they embody the spirit of some of history's most iconic leaders. Some strike with genius, others grind with grit, but all of them rule their division with a unique, undeniable presence. Which comparison hit the mark for you? Did we crown the right ruler, or did we miss a better match? Drop your picks in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the empire of the UFC.